I'm John Williams. I'm the great-great-grandson of J.K. Williams. J.K. is the young stud down here on the end. He worked in the distilling business prior to Prohibition in the Peoria region. He worked at various different distilleries. Well, Prohibition came along, and much like many folks during the Great Depression, a lot of people lost their job in the Peoria area, including J.K. He found himself in the woods and produced J.K.'s original corn whiskey, which is the product we feature today as the base for all of our whiskeys except our rye whiskey. It's 100 proof whiskey, clear, unaged, sweet, smooth, clean whiskey. All right, well, let's head to the back. I'll show you the equipment and teach you a little bit about how we make whiskey differently. So come on to the back. We use yellow number 2 dent corn, wheat, and malted barley. We take all that grain, 500 pounds in total, and mill it into a flour. We start off with 200 gallons of water in here when we cook our mash, and then we bring it up to a boil and slowly add our grain. We cook that grain for 3 to 4 hours, converting the starch, which is the grain itself, into a fermentable sugar. Well, we bring that mash up to a boil and the alcohol vapors come off because we're not boiling the water, which has a higher boiling point. So that alcohol vapor climbs up through the column here. This copper portion of the still is the column, and it makes its way over to this portion of the still, all the way across this little loop. All those vapors do. In this cylinder, it reaches the condensing unit. The alcohol vapor is in this outer part, and it's cooled by these tubes here. When it cools, it converts the vapor, the gas, back into a liquid, which is pretty cool. So then that alcohol liquid comes off right here and goes into a bucket. The first one is called the heads. The heads are 180 proof whiskey. Very, very strong whiskey off the still. They have a couple of interesting chemicals in there. Any guess on the chemicals just based on smell?
It smells like rubbing.
No. How about acetone or methanol?
Oh, yeah.
Those two chemicals are predominant in the heads. This, gentlemen, is what gives you a hangover.
Oh man, that's the stuff.
This is the stuff.
I eat that stuff.
This is the gnarly stuff.
You and me.
We use this to clean our tanks. We don't put this in bottles and give it to our customers. We think that's pretty nasty to give to our customers. The largest distillers in the world tend to leave this in their product. Craft spirit producers like us take it out.
How do they know how the proof it is just by shaking it?
Well, the size of the bubbles and how fast they disappear. As you see here, it's got bubbles. They disappear very quickly. It's very high proof alcohol. The lower, the slower. So we use a patented honeycomb barrel design. You can take a look inside of this barrel if you'd like. The interesting part about this barrel design, it increases the surface area. If you think about it, there's this flat area, the stave. If that's it, that's fine. But by adding holes here, we actually increase the amount of surface area on each of the single barrels. It speeds up that process of it absorbing in and out of the barrel. We get our corn within about 10 miles of the distillery, quite a bit of our wheat as well from very close to the distillery. Our rye comes from either Iowa or Wisconsin, which are the opportune areas to grow rye. And then most of our malt comes from Wisconsin or Canada. Certainly near and dear to my heart, J.K.'s original corn whiskey. This is my great-great-grandfather's original recipe. 100 proof, clean, very smooth, very sweet whiskey. This is the good stuff. We use this as the base for everything outside of our rye whiskey, which is this one here. We need a little toast to the Rivermen or something here too, don't we? I guess I'll have to join. Yeah. Hey, to a safe season to the Rivermen. Cheers.
I thought it was delicious, to be honest. I really enjoyed it, and I know Cole bought a bottle, so looking forward to him hopefully sharing some of that with us.
This one's 80 proof, much stronger than the last one you just had, but it has the full body and the robust flavor of the bourbon.
Delicious product. Definitely
advise people to take the quick trip up here to East Peoria and try it out themselves.
If you don't drink J.K. Williams whiskey, I'm coming for you.